Tell us about the next phase of the construction.
The next phase, they've kind of started already. We talked in the last week about the 3 classrooms and the new practice field, but last night the board approved the expansion of the football parking lot up in here. And then they're building a new team room right here, and that's going to have 2 locker rooms, boys and girls. And then this right here is going to be a new STEM lab, and that STEM lab will be a lot of it for robotics. And there's going to be a clean room in the STEM lab, and then also what's called a dirty room where people can run the mills and that type of thing that's in the shop right now, but that will free up our shop to be used for the school's use again instead of just for robotics. As a little background on it, this bond was passed in 2017, I believe, and the bond was passed for $11 million, and the first phase was $5.5 million or $5.9 million, and then we're going to sell some more bonds in October for $6 million to do our next set of projects. But the $5.9 million is building the 3 classrooms, the practice field, and then also the board approved last night for the football field to be redone with new irrigation and new drainage.
Perfect. Thank you. We're back with Mr. Lundeen. Tell us about the next parts.
So, like Mr. Fries had just explained, we also have a cold storage to join what he was talking about. The cold storage at the north end of the practice field is for our mats, for the pole vault, but also high jump, also the hurdles, football equipment, but also the track is being redone too next spring. So they are grinding up the old track, and they're also redoing all the filtration and drainage on the football field. So we're looking forward to a brand new track. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. So the timeline for this project to be completed is the 3 classroom additions should be done in October or November. The practice field should be done by August.
Football team, practice field, looking great.
The cold storage should be done in the next few months. The team room should be done middle of the fall, if not into the winter. The STEM lab should be ready also by November or December. The plan is to have students in the 2 additional classroom areas, so the 3 classrooms here and the STEM lab addition to the elementary students. So the track portion and football field portion of this project will be the following. So the home track, there will not be any home track events for the spring of 2026, but the football field with the new drainage and new resurfacing and all that will be ready for the fall of 2026. At the conclusion of our fall season this year in 2025, that's when all the project of removal of the track and doing the drainage and surfacing of the football field will begin at the end of this football season, so right after Thanksgiving. So track will be home and up and running completely for the spring season of 2027. So we are also excited to talk about the robotics and STEM lab addition to the elementary building. We added a section for our robotics team to have all their equipment in one location, but also a space for our STEM classes for the elementary students, Legos robotics, 3D printing and whatnot. Mrs. Corwright is doing a fantastic job with that, and she also will have movable tables so that they can have music and all kinds of things. Just wanted to make sure that the STEM opportunities for our students continue to increase with the bond money.
So out at the sports complex, we are adding what we're calling a team room, also known as a locker room, kind of multi-purpose space. We'll have a home side locker room for our home teams, as well as a visitor's side locker room for any away teams. Included in this building, there'll be a room for the trainer to be out there closer to the facilities, a room for officials so they have their own separate space. Currently they go in our pole barn, and when it's cold outside, it's not the greatest setup for them. So they'll have their own space to be able to come in and change and so on and so forth before games. As you can see on the back side of the space, there's kind of a multi-purpose storage room that will be used. We'll have some batting cages in there. I believe it's like 15 feet wide by almost 80 feet long. So plenty long enough for a batting cage, as well as possibility of portable mounds and maybe getting inside to do some different workouts and stuff that our current spaces don't allow us to do because we're sharing gyms so much in the wintertime. So be a really nice space for our athletes to use and better support them.